Summer 17 All-Star Night is in the books. Team Bizzuto had a huge lead in the final couple minutes, ended a 6-point game, but Team Bizzuto knocks off Team Singleton in the Summer 17 All-Star Game. We had Jacob Miller of Flight Club with his fan base here, winning the 3-point contest, and Eric Singleton of Lob 203 taking home the dunk contest over Greg Langston. A late minute ad, a surprise ad, put on a show though. Welcome to the All-Star Postgame Show, presented by Body by Ryan Fitness. 10% summer sale going on his website for all nutrition plans, bodybyryan.com. Check that out. Here with the usual crew, second to last postgame. We'll start with the All-Star game. We'll just kind of recap everything quickly. Greg Langston, All-Star MVP, 40 points, 11 assists, I believe. And him and Reggie on the same team. You could tell they've played together once or twice, I think it's fair to say. We'll start with Stuckey. What from the All-Star game stood out? Obviously, it's funny. I'm going to throw it to you this way. Not a lot of defense.
Right.
And we had a text going on during the game. How mad do you think Kevin and Connor are? Their team isn't playing defense for the first time all season. Shout out Joe Catapano for that one. Hilarious. But no defense led to 300 points combined.
Yeah.
But what about your first All-Star game stood out?
My first All-Star game, but my first All-Star night period, and it was amazing. But I really thought Team Singleton was going to actually run away with that game, but then Greg, your MVP, just put on a show, so congrats to him for winning that MVP. And congrats to both teams for putting up a great show, and a great showing for the fans, so I was really proud of that.
And you could tell early on that Howie Miller wasn't really feeling it from three, so he just decided to have Greg feed him 1,000 alley-oops in a row, and that's how they got that lead. And it was really fun to watch. Disappointing that Carmine got hurt, because him and Eric were really fun to watch in that first half, but obviously it's the All-Star game, you're not going to stay in.
I'm going to cut you off. It was Howie Miller night, so he was in the dunk, the 3-point. He was tired by the dunk contest. I can only imagine by the All-Star game. So Howie Miller night, he didn't win anything, but he did catch fire at the end, and he'll have a chance to win something tomorrow. But what about
I was going to say, Howie Miller, I think, wants to win was tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, I was talking to Rob and Ty Alston, obviously, who plays for the Monsters, and they were saying how funny it was how Greg and Howie sort of had a connection going a little bit. Every alley-oop they threw, they finished, and, you usually see a lot of the times this league, there's like 8 chances, the 7th or 6th, they usually finish it. Greg Langston, again, just puts a show on. It's becoming a common theme in this league, and I did pick No Limit, so I hope tomorrow night he cancels the show, but, it's becoming a usual. becoming a usual for the Monsters.
Hey, it's funny, a lot of those Greg Langston alley-oops seem to just be right in, like Howie didn't have to do much.
Right.
So I don't know who gets the points in that scenario, but they were right on target,
Yeah, there's a lot of really good alley-oops, and I saw one from Kevin Blake where it looked like he was trying to alley-oop it from behind the backboard, and it went in off the alley-oop pass, so there's a lot of really good alley-oops tonight. But what I saw from Singleton's team was Melquan Horton with a really good performance defensively. It looked like he was one of the guys that was actually really putting a concentrated effort on that side of the floor tonight, which you don't normally see in All-Star games. But I even saw him going after Greg Langston and challenging him up close with the ball handles, so I thought it was a good performance from Melquan, even though his team came up a little bit short tonight.
Quickly, who else was in the All-Star MVP hunt? I know we had a Will Hudson mention.
Yep.
Howie caught fire late. Anyone else was on Greg's tails?
Well, he mentioned Melquan, 26 points, 13 assists, 9 rebounds, 4 steals. So I don't know how I just remembered that.
Not bad.
Destin shared some big shots from deep, so that pulled them away. Definitely pulled away a little bit more from Team Singleton. So I don't know, Destin Simmons to me.
Cool, let's get to the Sportslook Passing League Slam Dunk Contest. Not as many high-flying finishes as last season, I think because we had to throw some people in last minute. That was kind of just not being prepared on their end. No one's fault. Good show. Singleton jumped over a human being to end it, so we'll take it. But what stood out quickly from that, Eric Singleton, the winner, in overtime against Greg Langston.
You just mentioned him jumping over a human, and then he switched the ball hand like this. So nice. It was a little crafty in the air, and a lot of creativity on that play. So, and that was maybe close to his last attempt. So, he pulled out a 50 on close to his last attempt. So, it was nice.
Yeah, I would say the favorite one. I think a lot of us expected Eric to win, and a lot of people had a lot of creative ideas. They just couldn't really finish all the time, but it was still definitely enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, I think, shout out to Greg Langston. He got added late, and he still did a good job. It was slam dunk contest is always fun. And I think, like Ryan said, Howie Miller, Mike Bizzuto, Dom Milgaro, they had really good ideas. They just didn't execute, and Singleton did.
Yeah, I picked Singleton, so maybe the kind of smart man when he won it. But at the end of the day, it was a really good show from everybody. I saw a play from Greg Langston that went a little bit underappreciated. I thought he went up with the right and then switched to the left and put it down. I thought that was an incredible dunk and one that definitely deserves some recognition.
And speaking of recognition, Jacob Miller had a lot of it tonight. Really shot the ball well in the Body by Ryan Fitness 3-point contest. Ended up winning it. Who else is in the finals with him? Howie.
Greg.
Howie and Greg. So Greg all over the place, Howie all over the place. Still Howie Miller night. We'll find that one. But Jacob Miller takes first place in the 3-point contest. Anyone underperformed, overperformed? I mean, Jacob, I think, was a dark horse, but
right. I mean, when you talk about over and underperforming, Jacob definitely overperformed to his team's, I guess, story throughout the season. I mean, it's good to see that he brought out the fans this time and they were finally able to win something, right?
they won 3 games.
Right, they won 3 games. So the crowd helped for 3 games. The crowd helped for 3 games, but it was nice to see him actually leave this floor with an actual champion because he put everything on the line all season. So it was nice to see him leave with a piece of hardware.
And that first rack in the finals, he shot 2 air balls, so it's really cool of him to come back and really start nailing them after that. In terms of underperformance, I think we were talking before, and I think Jesse Doucette was like a dark horse candidate just because he shot it so well all year, but he had an off night, it happened, so I guess you can say he's the only one who quote-unquote underperformed.
Yeah, I think it's just the ball to rack. There's a lot of good, for instance, Howie Miller, Jesse Doucette, they're very good shooters, but I mean, when they shoot, they're catching and shooting, and there's a big difference from grabbing and shooting, and I think that kind of just set people apart. Destin Simmons, I thought, too, could have caught fire, but they're just better getting past the ball instead of just grabbing it.
Yeah, even catching and shooting is different, and also shooting off the dribble. Some guys prefer shooting off the dribble. I saw Doucette use the point guard for his team, so a lot of times he had the ball in his hand when he was going to shoot. So he was a lot more comfortable shooting off the dribble all season long, so that was probably another difference that affected his game. But, like we said, those big 3 in the finals today, it was Howie and Greg and the dark horse Jacob Miller. I really liked the complexity that was going on there with the 3 guys that made it through. They all put on a good show, but at the end of the day, it was nice to see somebody, like Stuck was saying, who gave it all and wasn't on a team that was an elite team, but still was able to walk away with a little hardware tonight.
Congrats to Jacob Miller, Eric Singleton, the dunk champion, Greg Langston, the All-Star MVP, and Team Bizzuto and Team Singleton, in that case, putting on a good show. All-Star nights are wrap. 1 night left for the Summer 17 season. Top-seeded Monstars, the defending champions. Second-seeded No Limit, also both undefeated, will face off tomorrow, 9 o'clock, right here on Court 1 at In Sports in Trumbull. The game will be broadcast live on Facebook, so we'll be posting about that, so you can watch it live. You can come here and check it out. Should be a good one. I heard some rumblings, maybe no Rashawn Hendricks, which would be a big part to talk about in the pregame show tomorrow, 8 p.m. But 9 o'clock, finals, we'll be crowning a champ. We'll have the game live. We'll have the trophy presentation and the net cutting live on Facebook. So stay tuned for that starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow. For the guys, I'm Joey. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Summer 17 finals. We'll see you then.